All right, so what I have for you here is a specialty company dropped this off. This vehicle is currently under review for magazine article testing purposes. And they get dropped off here for us to do the updates on the computers, check them over, do the services and stuff while they're under review. But this is a 2022 Lincoln Navigator Black Label. This is about $100,000 to $120,000 vehicle, depending on how it's upfitted and where it's coming from. And this thing has some of the most unique characteristics to this particular vehicle that I've ever seen. I don't think I've ever been in an SUV this nice before. This is extremely over-the-top nice. The lights even say the Lincoln Motor Company. Wow. The seats have independent adjustable left and right control for knee support. Right here it says left and right, in and out. And this part moves in and out behind your knees. The seats are heated and cooled. It has an absolute phenomenal display. It's got starry lights and everything in it. Some of these have the accents in the roof where you have the different imaging of speckled stars on the liner. It is very, very, very large. This liner is just massive in this thing. The seats have some of the nicest leather I've ever felt in my life. The stitching in the seats is absolutely just perfect. The back center console has like an LCD control. I don't know if LCD control or display control that's built in the panel here, where the passengers can select what type of comfort they want from the air conditioning, the heated and cooled seats. Look how thick these seats are. They are just absolutely ginormous. It's got buttons for fold downs here. They unlock. The rear seats come with the same quality. Just absolutely phenomenal ride. The wood grain in the doors. The accent to the speakers on the kind of like wave-like pattern with the fully functional holes through it, so the sound comes out different than normal. Nice clean close, no clanky, plasticky sound. One of the things I was impressed with is how quiet everything is. You don't even hear the motors in the seats at all. You don't feel them, you don't hear them. If you feel them, it's just very, 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 very little. And it's got this black label right on the side. This thing is just absolutely perfect. It has double It's pretty deep. It's got another cigarette lighter charger here, the security key slot in case your battery goes dead in your fob. Wireless phone charger in here. It's got a mirror to look at the rear, sunglass holder, different vent and shade positions, and even a seat headrest decline thing, it says. Well, that's for the rear seats. That flips the rear seat headrest down. Wow, that's neat. Here's the different massaging seat positions. You would hit this to activate it, and I think this to deactivate it. So if I hit this one, starts massaging you. If I hit this one, stops massaging, goes back to normal. It's got a massive flow-through console with tons of storage underneath it. Oh, this is going to be the double pull, I think. Or did they leave the standard old school pull? Oh, they did leave the standard old school pull. Okay, so where are we at? Oh, they left the standard up top here instead of that new double pull stuff. Alrighty. Looking at a 3.5 liter EcoBoost, the new one. Now this vehicle has 440 horsepower, 510 foot-pounds of torque, and it is a snot rocket. Even as big as it is, it just shits and gets. There ain't no other way around it. There ain't a Mopar boy or a Mopar SUV around other than something like one of their sport lines that would even keep up with this thing. This thing is, it's nice. It's really nice. And we won't even talk about Chevy. Chevy doesn't count. They don't count. Anyhow, I'm just kidding, guys. So there's a pop for the glass. It's got all your rear seat controls, lift up and down. Nice and quiet. Look at the plush carpet in here. Wow. Cargo net. It's your jack. USB chargers, one on each side. There's one right there in that panel. There's one right there in that panel. I'm telling you what, man, wow, such an amazing vehicle. I've seen some of these for 100, some of them for 106. There was a couple for 118, 122. Yeah, it's probably the most expensive SUV I've ever been in care of or had to work on. So a little nerve-wracking, but we'll get it, right? Either way, job's got to be done. The AC is ice cold. Ice cold in these. Let's look at wow. Depth control for following. This just heads-up display, music. See the heads-up display in the window right there. It says 0 and then 280 miles to E. It's got all the different wiper speeds, all this fancy stuff, man. It's got a push-to-touch lights. I know there's a way you can go through the menu and change like the faces of it and what it looks like. Look at the RPM gauge. It has the stars on the back side of the RPM gauge. Here's the calm screen. Calm screen. And then here's your next screen. And you can turn everything off and only have how fast you're going and how much to eat. This thing's cool, man. Sunroof's pretty fast. It's got like speakers or something up here. It's got multiple, I don't know if it's like voice inputs. Got one back here, one up here. Looks like some kind of speaker right here. This thing is extremely nice. Anyway, I just wanted to share this a little bit with you guys, and yeah, that's 3 different presets here in the seats. That moves the headrest. And this one moves the top of the seat. And wow, this is so you get this for the top of the seat and this for the whole seat to come forward. It's a split button. And then if you look at my knees here, I'm going to try to do this. When I move these, we'll try the left. See that piece right there? Don't be nasty. But anyway, that's the front of that corner of that seat moving in and out to support that area right there behind your knees. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, I just want to share a little bit of this with you guys. I'm really, really, really impressed with this. I love how they kind of did some of that burnt wood looking stuff and some of, just kind of randomly put some of that in there. Put some of that digital checker design with the nice Lincoln emblem over in the corner. Very, very, very nice leather. I could never afford something like this, but super impressed with this vehicle, and it rides oh so well. So good. Anyhow, you guys be blessed. I hope you've enjoyed a little bit of the tour. I have. Take care.